Greetings, Dick and Chad. Here's something from my gadget warehouse. This is a Convergent Technologies Workslate, a portable computer before there were very many portable computers. It was designed as primarily a spreadsheet computer, according to this Popular Computing issue of January 1984, which of course was the same month that the first Macintosh was introduced. To give you a little bit of a timeline there. To give you a perspective, in this magazine article, it was about the size of a pad of paper, so about 8.5 by 11. They also made a companion printer, which I did not purchase, and as I'll show you later, the reason is because it could connect to any standard printer. The Workslate had a standard QWERTY keyboard with a numeric keypad, and because it was pre-Wi-Fi, it used a modem, and of course you had to dial a phone number, so they had this little template to change it from a numerical keypad to a telephone keypad. Programs were loaded and recorded to standard microcassettes. The screen is low contrast. You'll be able to see it a little bit as I turn it on. You can see the columns and rows for the spreadsheet come on. On the left-hand side, there's a dial that adjusts the contrast, but it's not very bright. One of my favorite features, instead of an enter button, you have a do it button right there. This is the COM port, which allowed you to connect to different types of peripherals. And you can see here we have a parallel port and a serial port, and then an RJ45 port that connected it to the Workslate. And we turn it around here, you can see the designations are for parallel, serial, power, and Workslate. I did use this when I was traveling, and of course there was, again, no Wi-Fi in those days, so I always carried with me a 25-foot telephone cord with spade lugs on one end so I could disconnect the telephone in the hotel room or add these to the wall jack and get a telephone signal so I could use the modem that comes with it. It came with a rechargeable battery, which is no longer working. In fact, you may be able to see a little corrosion there. However, I have checked with battery companies and they can rebuild this battery. It came with software. So this is a taskware catalog of the different types of software available, a thick reference guide, owner's manual, an exercise workbook to learn how to use it, a COM port owner's manual, and then down here we have the consultant pack, which covers such things as time planning and tracking, expense reporting, accounts receivable, and business planning and control, as well as project costing. So this is what the micro cassettes that came with it are. This is the Teach Me Later, and then we also have one over here, which is the Teach Me Now. It came with this somewhat artificial leather case. Has a little bit of a tacky feel to it right now, but looks kind of like leather. Notice the function keys. We have one for calculations, one for finance, Memo, which was their little word processor. You could use it as a telephone as well as an answering device and a voice recorder. And then if you wanted to know what time it was, just push the time button. So there you have it, the Convergent Technologies Workslate. It originally sold for $895. They only sold about 2,000 of them, and then a few more in Europe. And eventually the company was bought by Unisys, and this product died. So that's my Gadget Warehouse. This is Roger Harmon.